Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm trading the ES futures on a 2000 tick chart with a 21 EMA. So I've got the overnight high up here and the overnight low down here. These are our key levels for the day. I started trading at 8 Central Time, which is this area right here. Now starting off, we have this downtrend. We get a break and a push to a new low. So this is how trends play out. When a downtrend has a break and a push to a new low, it's considered played out, and you can expect price to attempt to reverse. Now, you do still have this measured move in play, though. That has not been met. So if you get a good reversal pattern, you can look to reverse. But if price can't get above the EMA, if it's struggling to stay above, then that's a sign that the shorts are looking to reach this measured move down here. Now, when we push up right here, we have this leg up right here, break. As soon as we get that break, it starts getting very choppy, unable to get back above the EMA, and it's just clearly struggling in this area here. So this is already not a good sign for a reversal pattern. And then when we get this this green bar right here, you can see that's kind of where the failed second entry pattern happens, because you have the push up here, the break, that first attempt higher, second attempt higher. You can view it as first entry short, second entry short, failure. But this is clearly too small picture. Look at this first leg down right here. Compare that to this leg down, which is literally just 3 sideways bars. So this is way too small picture. There's no way that you can safely enter long right there. You'd want to see a 2-legged break, not a 1-legged break, and then a very, very choppy higher low. And so anyway, we push on up here. Notice how the price action just continues to flow. We have this uptrend, break, and then this, even though I said 2 attempts higher right there, that is that on a smaller picture. But you also just have this first leg at a new high, and then this second attempt at a new high right here. And so you're clearly forming these highs right here. You have uptrend, break, first attempt higher, second attempt higher. Clearly it's not reversing higher. It's very much struggling. So you do want to look to get short in this area here, but unfortunately it just doesn't set up well. It closes above the EMA. It got very choppy right beforehand, so it just didn't set up well for a short here. But it does end up dropping down. That doesn't mean to enter on something like this next time. Just because you have 2 attempts at a new high from an uptrend does not immediately mean you want to enter short. The context is just not very good here. And so anyways, we do end up pushing on down, and we reach this measured move. Unfortunately, no good shorts on the way down, but we reach this measured move, and we have a very clear reaction off of it. So we form this triple bottom right here. We have 1, 2, 3 right there. That's a triple test. Off this measured move right here, also, we broke out of the overnight low. When you break out of an overnight level, you can expect price to attempt to fade back in. And so we already have this first attempt to fade right here. This push up here, that doesn't count as an attempt to fade because it's still within this trend right here, and this whole trend is the breakout. And so you have that first attempt to fade right here, and off this triple test, you get a very strong reaction, and you can look to make that second attempt to fade. And so I didn't mind pushing it a couple ticks past the overnight low level because it's such a big picture, strong area. And so also with that measured move still being in play past that as well, that adds to it. So I really liked this area here. This was a great looking trade. Anyway, we push on up here, and as we fade back in, we immediately get 2 attempts to reverse back out. So we have first attempt, and then second attempt, and then it failed very strong on reversing out, and then just continued with the fade. And so that, of course, no clear entry right here. Kind of like from over here, this second leg not being nearly as big as this first one. Same thing right here. This second leg is not nearly close enough to this first leg. It's really just, let me draw this out really quick, because this applies on a smaller picture as well. You do have a measured move in play at that point. So it would be good to have another, push up higher here and then get another attempt. You could possibly get something, but, this is just not an ideal 2-legged move to enter on. So anyway, we do push on up here. Let me just zoom out a bit here. So notice how after we have this major measured move met, we immediately push into 2 big legs up right here. And then as soon as that measured move is met, price reverses on down, very strong. So obviously we'll get to this later, but I just want to point that out. Price action, market geometry is real, and you just got to study it. Measured move, perfectly met, leads into a perfect reversal where it reverses right off that measured move again. So, I just want to show it here. It's very learnable. It's very tangible. It's achievable. You really just got to study it very hard. So anyway, where was I? I kind of got lost here. We push up here, we get this leg, and now at first this trend was more like this, and then I was extending it, just wanted to show that it did break here. Overshoots lead to breaks, but this overnight low level did hold very well here, and I liked this long after it closed above the EMA here. So we have 2 attempts to break out, clearly held up by the overnight low, pushing up higher, getting back above the EMA. This is basically just an entry to continue this fade. We had a strong fade leading to that push up. We can't reverse after these couple attempts down. The overnight low is clearly very strong, so that's why I like this trade right here. We push on up, and this is the stem of that second attempt higher. And of course, after this, after this swing forms here and we push up, I extend the trend line to it, and then I just match it to the highs here. And so anyway, we push on up here. At this point here, you can look for a couple legs down and look for another long to, continue up to reach this measured move. But here, we just don't get that yet. I can see there's a 2-legged move here. Once again, this second leg down is not very significant compared to this first leg. I would want to see another attempt. But it does end up pushing higher here. And then here, of course, we just get this first entry long. It's not off of any support or anything. It's just, one sharp leg down and then a green bar and not off of anything. So unfortunately, no trade there. And then there we push up into the measured move and then have a very strong reaction off of it. So, I hope this video helped out, and, hope it helps you see the bigger picture clear. Study these measured moves if you don't got them down. Sometimes, when I was first into it, for the first year that I was trading price action, I was scalping right when I started, but I kind of ignored the measured moves. I wouldn't look into them as much as I needed until later, but just trust me, you got to study the measured moves. These levels are very, very important, as you can see. And the best way to study them is to just go through your charts and just draw them, even when it feels unnecessary. Just draw them all over the place. It'll really help you for seeing it in real time. But anyway, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope it helped out in some way. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.